Hey, Eli here. Today I've got the GFX 102. Sold my GFX 100S 2 days ago. It showed up yesterday, so I've been playing with it nonstop. Real quick impressions today. Short video, just my first experience. Slightly bigger. Ergonomics are a little different, but fits great in the hand. Feels a little like bloated, but lighter. So not much larger, maybe like 5%, 10%, something like that. Autofocus, incredible. Yeah, night and day compared to the GFX 100S. I've got some samples here I'm going to show you. I used 4 different lenses. I used the 35 from Canon with the GFX finger adapter to EF. I used the 45mm, which is on here now, the 80mm from GF, and the 105mm Sigma with Canon EF mount through the GFX adapter. So all incredible, slightly lens dependent somewhat, but not a big difference. Tracks the eyes, just took my wife out. And so yeah, I want to make this video as short as I can, so we'll just jump through. Another thing I want to mention is the EVF on this is incredible. It looks like twice as large when you're looking through it. So really fun experience. It does come off, I don't know, I'm not going to take it off. But yeah, it's awesome. So let's jump in the computer here. I use the Axiom screen recorder to record the focus. And so yeah, we'll watch that video and see how it did. So put that on now.
All right, here's a focus test with the 35mm at 1.6. Not sure why I'm at 1.6, but it is tracking, getting a little bit of my wife's head as she walks away. And then from a distance, I mean, this is just night and day compared to the GFX 100S. I mean, it's tracking, which that camera never did. Of course, we're going to be limited to whatever lens you're using, whatever motors are in the lens, but the 35 is doing great. I'm super impressed. I went up to 8 frames a second just so I could get a little more frames in there between focus acquisitions, and yeah, looking great. Just grabbing that eye, no problem. And here I'm going to switch over to the 45mm at 2.8. I love this lens. It's a good walk around lens, and you still get a lot of field of view. And maybe slightly quicker to focus, but really hard to tell. The thing that I did notice, I think the frame rates were a little faster when I was photographing at 8, but time will tell with that. And switched over to my favorite lens, the 80mm 1.7. And this lens is slightly slower than the other two, just motor wise, but still no problems. I'm not using this for a lot of movement, just portraits. And really, I mean, it's tracking her, which is totally new to me for this system. And then here I switched over to, I turned off the eye detect. I want to see if it tracked it a little better. Tracked her better. There we go. Just want to see if it made a difference. And then I went over to the 105, 1.4 and turned on the IIF right back on, and just amazing. This lens focuses super fast. And so again, just want to see if someone is walking towards me, how's it going to play out? And pretty darn impressive. So there's some results for you guys to see how awesome this is. Just super exciting. I can't wait to get out and use this thing for work.
Okay, and then I want to go through those photos in Photo Mechanic. It's going to zoom in on the faces really easily. And yeah, we'll go lens by lens. So we'll start out with, initially I didn't have continuous on, I had single point. So these first images are going to be out of focus.
Okay, we'll start out with this one here. And I did forget to turn on continuous, so we'll skip through those. And then as my wife's walking towards me, we can see it's tracking her pretty good. She turns around, it loses her a little bit, then reacquires her pretty quickly. And then we're going to switch over to the 45mm. And we are in continuous at this point. Movement, it's doing pretty good. Now we are on the 80mm, these purple ones. I mean, it is just sharp. Really, the biggest thing I'm looking for is just a positive acquisition of focus. And if she's not moving, there's no problem. With the older camera, the GFX 100S, you just didn't know. And the EVF wasn't that great. So now with a better EVF, we can tell better that we are in focus. And tracking pretty good. Now we are on the 105mm. That lens is just a beast. It's so great. So we can see it's not perfect, but it is grabbing her when it needs to. And tracking isn't incredible, but it tracks, which is awesome.
Yeah, so this is just a quick example of autofocus because this is what I've been wondering every video I watch. That's stuff I don't really care about. I'm like, how does it focus? Does it focus better? So hopefully I answered that question today. Feel free to hit me in comments with other questions you have because I'm going to make a full video on this camera. I've got to take it out. I've got to use it for work, see how it plays out. But it's a keeper for me. I'm definitely going to keep it. I obviously sold my other camera because I was pretty committed. And don't know that I'll do video with this at all, maybe a little bit in the future, but for now, that's not something to ask me. So skip that question in the comments, but anything photo related, put it in there and I'll take notes. And then when I do make another video, I'll try to address as much as I can. But yeah, just incredible. Like I said, that EVF, looking through it is just a whole different experience, whole different camera, feels just completely different. Autofocus, whole different camera. Other stuff, it's a little snappier. I wouldn't say it's like instant, playback is still a little delayed, things like that, but it's a little quicker, all the little buttons, and you do get more buttons, so pretty cool. And then I feel like they moved the shutter button down slightly, or not the shutter, the front dial. So that's just taking a little bit of muscle memory that I'll have to practice with, but not a big deal. But yeah, everything on this is pretty darn cool. So if it's in your budget and you can sell your GFX 100S and upgrade, I would highly recommend it if you use it for work and you use it a lot. If you want that autofocus benefit and that EVF, if you're manual focusing a lot, then I think it's great. So yep, that's enough for now. Hopefully it's helpful. And yeah, like and subscribe if you do like this video. It helps me make more videos. Thank you.